Longtime political activist Alfredo Gutierrez died yesterday at the age of 79. Gutierrez was a founder of Chicanos por la Causa. He served as a prominent influence in the state legislature for more than a decade, and he was a tireless force for a variety of issues, most notably Chicano and immigration concerns, along with education access. Joining us now is Lydia Guzman. She's community-based advocate with Chicanos por la Causa. It's good to see you again under these circumstances, not so good, but thank you so much for being here and remembering Alfredo Gutierrez. Who was Alfredo Gutierrez?
Alfredo Gutierrez was larger than life. For those that knew Alfredo, everyone that you talk to will say that Alfredo inspired them to do more, to be the person to create change in our communities. Alfredo was someone who was very empathetic. You know, there's a difference between sympathy and empathy, and Alfredo was very empathetic. And what he cared about was a community. He cared about vulnerable families. And Alfredo instilled in everybody that he spoke with to do more.
Yeah.
That's who Alfredo is.
How long did you work with him?
I've worked with Alfredo for decades. When I first came to Arizona as an activist from California, I took on a leadership development class through MALDEF, the Mexican American Legal Defense and Education Fund, and he was one of the speakers. This was in like 99, 98, 99. Mm-hmm. And when I first saw him, I was like, wow, I'm inspired by him. I immediately knew that this is someone that I wanted to work with. And he spoke about some raids that took place in Chandler, some immigration raids, and how we need to stand up, we need to do more, we need to represent.
His minor son from Miami, Arizona, he joined the military. He wound up leading protests at ASU, wound up getting expelled from ASU. I had to wait a number of years. I think it was the last year when he finally got his degree, right?
Yes.
Which was important to him to do that, was it not?
It was important for him because this is something that he always talked to. You always saw him talking to students, talking to youth groups, and telling them how important an education was. And he felt horrible that he wasn't able to get his degree. So to him, this was important so that he can not only talk the talk, but walk the walk.
Indeed. And again, wound up going to ASU at the time, before he got kicked out. He was leading student protests, which helped get him kicked out, but he also worked with Cesar Chavez and was a co-founder of CLPC. Chicanos por la Causa, what was the original mission? Has that mission changed over time, and where was Alfredo through that journey?
Well, you know, the mission remains the same at heart. Alfredo knew that in order for our communities to become empowered, there has to be change. So there has to be representation, political and economic. And that is really the mission of Chicanos por la Causa. And so what Alfredo has instilled not only in Chicanos por la Causa, but in other organizations that he also helped found. We're talking about Valle del Sol, Friendly House. Well, the Friendly House, existed before, but the leadership and the steering of the direction of the Friendly House, working towards social justice, working towards economic development, making sure that our families find ways to reach, to access wealth, to build wealth. And Alfredo knew that. And so he knew that in order for our families to succeed, you have to help them in every step, not just economically, but politically as well.
Yes, yes. And I think the Arizona Republic today had a big section piece on him as a politician, serving in the legislature for like 14 years, was part of a majority, was considered a deal maker, got things done, which is hard to do at the state legislature, always has been. What got him riled up? What got him going?
Well, Alfredo, he felt the wrath of discrimination. I remember him talking about that one day. He said he felt the wrath of discrimination. And even into his older years, when there was an initiative at the Arizona legislature to end birthright citizenship, here at the state legislature, he said, well, by those definitions, I am an anchor baby. And he was born in Miami, right? But, he was talking about, but look at what we can all do. And so because he felt that, that's what riled him up. And it was his eagerness to access social justice, to access equality. He wasn't looking for more, just equal treatment for our communities, for our students, for the patients to have equal access to health care, all of those things. He was looking for equality.
And it seems like that fire last time we had him on the program, he was certainly showed no lack of an urgency and enthusiasm for some of these issues. That fire was pretty much all the way to the end, wasn't it?
All the way to the end. I had an opportunity, and I feel very blessed to have this opportunity to speak with Alfredo. He knew that this was going to be our last conversation, and he gave me some homework. And he said, we have to make sure that our communities are represented. We have to register them to vote. We have to get them to the polls. We have to make sure that we have a voice at the ballot box, that we have a voice politically, and we have representation. So I have my marching orders.
Yeah, you got your marching orders. What about, do you see young Alfredo Gutierrez? Are they out there? Are they ready to take this mantle? Are they ready to go?
I see them, and those are the same ones that were inspired by him. And nothing makes me happier than to see the young Alfredos out there, and they were inspired by him the way that I was when I first met him decades ago. And, they're out there, they're knocking doors, they're registering voters, they're lifting political conscience, social conscience to what's going on, because that's what Alfredo was. Alfredo, he lifted our social conscience, and he was our conscience.
Is that his legacy? As far as his legacy because he helped change Arizona. Is that his legacy?
His legacy, there's so many, and it depends on who you ask. But, he was the author of Access. He also helped with the Department of Transportation, with public transit. So he created so much, and so many Arizonans, not just the Latino community, are so indebted to him.
Lydia Guzman, Chicanos por la Causa, again, best to you for losing your friend, and to everyone here who knew Alfredo Gutierrez and watched him throughout the years. He was a force, and thank you so much for remembering Alfredo for us. We appreciate it.
Thank you. His legacy lives on.